guys, bringing another battle report. Rocking out the High Elves again. I've been playing a lot of Ogres lately, gearing up for a tournament I'm taking them to. But a couple of weeks after that tournament, I'm going to another tournament, and I'm going to take my High Elves to that one. So I think I'd get some games in with the High Elves. And the first one up is against Dark Elves. Now this is a pretty cool army. If you go back to, I think it's my battle report number 2, it's the same guy, same army, slightly different list as I fought in battle report number 2. So it's a Slaaneshi themed Dark Elf army, based on like the Cult of Excess stuff. So there's like no K-Knight units, so it isn't as competitive as it can be. My opponent knows this, but this is the army he wants to win with, and it's a cool army. So he aptly named this battle the Sundering. So it's the noble High Elves against the filthy black-hearted Cult of Excess Dark Elves. So for my magic, I have a level 2 on high. I just took the two signature spells. I think I rolled up Tempest, which isn't really going to do anything for me this game, and then I rolled up Apotheosis, which again isn't really going to do anything for me this game. So I just went for the two signatures, and they're two pretty cool spells to have with the +3 to cast. And I'm running level 4 on light. Now at this point in time, I have no idea which magical law I'm going to take for my High Elves, so I'm just experimenting with different laws. So for this game, I tried out light. I rolled up net, speed of light, fast protection, and Shem's burning gaze. I'm really impressed with light at the moment. Very, very impressed with what light's doing. But there is probably 3 or 4 other choices that I think will be just as good as a choice. So this is test game number 1 in terms of magic law on the level 4. I'm going to play meet and engagement for this game. So my opponent set up. So he's got 6 harpies on his right, my left. Cold Chariot. He's got 5 Cold Knights in there as a BSB. I know that she has a lance. And some other stuff. I can't exactly remember what she has, but she is the model that is on the most right hand side of that unit, that's kind of side saddled on the steed of Slaanesh, and just her banner's broken off because it was a pretty big impressive banner. In the centre, I've got 2 units of 5 Reavers that have been proxied by these dogs. I do have some Reavers, I couldn't find them, so I used my Curse Warhounds. And this is taken after Vanguard moves, and I've kind of moved like that so no one can charge them. And I lost 1 to the trees. So apologies for the proxies, but I do have the Reavers, I just couldn't find them. And then my opponent has a big unit of 45 Witch Elves. In there is a Death Hag on the Cauldron. Again, the Death Hag's not on the Cauldron because he's still working on the conversion. But the idea of what he's got is going to be pretty cool, and I'm sure that'll come up in a future battle report. And there's a Hydra and 6 Dark Riders. So we didn't have a rulebook on us, so we played this. What we did is we rolled up a mission, found out that it was meet and engagement, and then we borrowed a rulebook, and the guys whose rulebook we borrowed had to go. So we played this mission from memory. What we should have just done is played Pitch Battle, because it would have been a lot easier, or Battle Line, whatever. But we tried to play this from memory, so we rolled up what didn't turn up, and what didn't turn up for him was his unit of Doomfire Warlocks, his level 4 Sorceress, and his Bunker of Spearmen, which is pretty cool for me. Now I think the ruling is they come into play on turn 1. To just move on from the board edge. I wasn't sure at the time, so it's going to do basically the entirety of turn 1 without those units, and they're going to come out at the start of turn 2. So to counter deploy, I've got a Frostheart Phoenix, one of only 2 models in my army that's not painted. So again, apologies there that it's not a fully painted army, but it's nearly there. Then I have an Eagle Noble. I'm kind of coding this build. I've not seen anyone run this build on an Eagle Noble before, so it's going to be my build. It's basically, he's got a 3+ armor, 6+ ward. He's got a 2+ ward against Flaming, Sword of Might, and he's got 2+ ward save against the first hit and the first wound. He's got the Charm Shield and Golden Crown, Sword of Might, Dragon Armor, and he's mounted on an eagle. I think it's pretty cool. He does a job. Basically, he's built to bounce 2 cannonballs. A lot of people will waste a cannonball shot on him because I can move him 20 inches up, put him right in front of the cannonballs or the cannons of the artillery. They'll try and kill him with that cannon before he kills the cannon, and he can, he's got 2+ ward against basically 2 cannonballs, and he's actually really useful in that role. And of course, just being a flying strength 5 ASF character, he's very, very useful. So in my centre, I've got 28 White Lions of the Band of the War Dragon. Now that unit, I just instinctively put my whole horde down. So there's 30 in that unit. But before it matters, I do realise that this list only has 28 white lions, and I do pull 2 guys off the back rank before it matters at all. So yeah, even though it's a unit of 30, it is 28 white lions. So, and then I have my unit of 15 Silverhelms, and in there there's the BSB. He's on the front left. He has the Star Lance. He's got a 1-up armor save, 6-up ward, and a 2+ ward versus flaming. And he does have the potion of full hardiness, which I forgot to add on there, and I forget to use it in the game, so that's quite apt. And then front right side is my level 2. He's a high mage. He's got the scroll, the Ring of Fury, and he's on a horse. Pretty standard. He's there. Basically, he has 3 high magic spells because he's level 2 high, and he's got the Ring of Fury, which gives him another soul quench. So he's basically just a magic missile cannon. He can pop out two power dice to get 2 soul quenches off, which is, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty useful. And he meanwhile will be bumping ward save for that unit, which is why you don't really have to pay for many ward saves on high elf characters if you're running high magic. Then I've got 2 eagles. One's broken off his base, which is a pain with the old metal ones. What do you expect? I have to even customize and make them little wooden stands because the plastic ones just broke instantly, and he even broke off that. Then in my deployment zone right in the corner there was a tower, so I put my 15 archers in there, and there's a bolt thrower on either side. You can just about see the one on the left, just about in the picture, and there's one on the right hand side there. And annoyingly, my level 4 is the only thing that started off the table. And he has the Book of Hoeth, and he's a Lord of Light. But that's kind of fair. Let's say the way we played it, they're not going to come on until start turn 2, so at least we both have no magic turn 1. Well, no level 4. So my opponent wins the roll to go first. He just basically swings this flank in because there's nothing really stopping it. And stuff just kind of shuffles around. Oh, I forgot to mention that I think I quite got a picture of the guy at the back is his Pegasus Master. Really cool Slanesh worm model. Again, you've probably seen, if you know, this army is in a few battle reports back. Basically, he has lance, 1+ armor save, and the Cloak of Twilight. So he's a bit of a badass. He's quite scary. He was on the far right of this picture, and then he just flew in, I think, just to protect his center, clear out some of the Reavers. Witch Elf unit just moved forward, Hydra moves forward, Dark Riders stay where they are because they vanguarded in range to shoot. So there's no magic phase because his wizard is off the board, and Dark Riders go ahead and shoot into the Eagle Noble, pop his Charm Shield, pop his Golden Crown, but I take no wounds. I think I have to make like a couple of saves, and I made them both. And shooting on this side, so the 2 damn archers on the chariot put a wound on the Phoenix. Yep. Toughness 6 Phoenix. So I have turn 1. I go ahead and fly the Eagle Noble up and over out the way so no one can charge him. I'm quite happy with this position in there. It means I can get into any bunker unit that may come on later on in the game. Which is probably a mistake on my part. I should have been facing the board edge from where I am now, and I just didn't have the foresight to do that. But he's okay where he is. Around the back of the Witch Elf unit. On this side, the Frosty just flies up and over, and the Reavers are in the woods. Just walked through, so I didn't take any danger terrain. I'm just getting away from that the Pegmaster. It also means if he charges, I can just flee through the Frosty. And there's not really much movement at all on this. In my back corner, I basically just I slide the Silverhelms to the side so that my Soul Quench Mage can ping off them Dark Riders, and the White Lions basically hunkering down on the left flank, but staying within 5 inches of the board edge so that the wizard can come on and join their unit next turn. Eagles just move around a little bit, and bolt throws don't move, and the archers don't move. So the magic phase, I get 1 soul quench off. Now I mistakenly play my magic phase, and I've got the level 2, and I go ahead and I throw 6 dice into the Ring of Fury. It goes over irresistibly, but I break the Ring of Fury. I don't know why I did this. I've not got the Ring of Fury in the list to do this. It's basically just to throw 1 dice at it, get it cast, and make my opponent have to stop it with some dice. I don't know why I threw 6 dice at it, but I did, and it kills 3 Dark Riders. And of course, bumps up the ward save with the Silverhelms by 1, and breaks the ring. Then shooting, I finish off the Dark Riders, so I'm quite happy to get them out of the way. That's 1 more piece of chaff that he's not going to have. So, Dark Elf turn 2, his bunker comes on and his warlocks come on. The Pegmaster goes ahead and charges the Reavers. I flee, don't take any damage drain. Flee through the Frosty, which now turns to be a mistake because I have to take a panic test, but luckily I pass. And then the Pegmaster's like half an inch short to redirect into the Frosty, so he just does a fail charge. Over here, just some shuffling around. This building in the middle I'm using as a great anchor for this Witch Elf unit because there's nothing in my army I've got that can go toe to toe with it. So I just want to keep this unit out of combat as long as possible. My opponent's been really conservative with it. If it was me, I would have just literally fanged it in my face as quick as possible because I've got nothing that can deal with it. Even the Silver Helms, they're just going to fall down to the multitude of attacks that fly out of this unit. Hydra's repositions. I think he's just watching, if anything, if I do attempt that charge, I'm not going to break the unit of Witch Elves, and then he's going to get Hydra on my flank. So I wasn't going to charge anyway, but now I'm definitely not going to charge. The magic phase goes and throws 3 dice into the Doombolt, into the Eagle Noble, and roll 3 1s, so I was quite happy about that. 3 power dice, I basically have dominance. I shut down spells that matter, but he gets off the Soul Drinker. Yeah, I think it's called Soul Drinker. It's basically small template, strength 2, no armor saves, and Wizard gets wounds back. He kills 3 Reavers. Gets a direct hit, wounded on 5s, rolls like 3 6s. I think some of them dice left in this picture is probably his roll. Kills 3 Reavers, but because it doesn't like it from this this picture, but the angle of flee basically popped them onto the other side of the Witch Elves. So basically, he's just giving me a redirector for free because I'm not rolling double 1s, so I'm going to be on 8. Maybe with a reroll, probably not. And I'm just going to reform there and then chaff up the Witch Elves. So I was quite alright with that. But it did give his sorceress 3 extra wounds, which is kind of bad. Okay, high off turn 2, go ahead and throw the Phoenix into the rear of the Cold One Knights. Should kill them fairly easily. I'm going to do a bunch of damage. I've got a charge and a flank. I'm going to have to kill 2, they're not steadfast, and then I'm going to break the unit, run down, get his BSB, and hold chunk of points. So I'm quite happy with that. Again, more shuffling around here. So the wizard moves on, clips the back end of the white line unit, and then, as per the rules of joining characters to units, I just catapult him to the far end of the unit in the front rank. Totally legit. I forgot to mention the Harpies here move around in Dark Elf turn 2 to threaten my back line, so I'm going to have to try and shoot some of them off in the next turn. So, my eagle on the right, stupidly played my eagle and put it there. I had to move it a few inches more towards the top table edge and he wouldn't have been able to charge. Didn't do it, and now he's just going to get charged by the Doomfire Warlocks, which is stupid. Completely just brain fart on my part. But the Eagle Noble flies into the far side of that bunker, so I'm going to be able to charge into the rear if he wants to move forward, or in the flank if he stays still, or into his face if he turns to face me. And if he turns to face me, I'm quite happy because he's running dark magic, and a lot of his spells are all like dark damage and magic missiles. So if he's facing the wrong way, that's fine by me. So magic phase, I get to bubble out Far's protection, which I'm obviously very happy with. And I think I also get Net of Amantok off, which is pretty good. So my opponent's turn, I think, yeah, in his magic phase, he actually gets Power of Darkness off. I think I let it go first, and that's why I had some extra dice to play around with. So they're actually strength 4, so the net's not going to be as good as it could be this turn, but you never know. So this bolt thrower, what a champ. -1 to hit, but hits 5 out of 6 times and kills 5 out of 5 on the wounds and makes this Harpy rally. Man, that bolt thrower just earned its stones right there. That's awesome. So that Harpy's going to rally in double 1s. Well, it can attempt to rally in double 1s. But yeah, man, that one bolt thrower just saved my entire back lines from that unit of 6 Harpies. Way to go, bolt thrower. Remainder of shooting just pings off some bodies from the Witch Elf unit. Not really doing anything though. It's a big horde. And in combat, man, my Phoenix. Bear in mind, it's at +1 strength because I got rolled a 5 on the Winds of Magic, so I'm strength 7. I only killed 1. I just flubbed my attacks. Absolutely flubbed my attacks. Don't take any wounds in return, but it turns to face. He actually wins combat, I think, because he's got 2 banners in there. Yeah, and man, just an absolutely terrible flop from the Phoenix. So Dark Elf turn 3 goes in and puts the Warlocks into the flank of the Eagle. And this is kind of scary. So the Pegmaster comes into the flank of the Phoenix. He has multiple wounds D3 on the charge. It's kind of scary, although he isn't even strength 5. It's that fucking Harpy rolls double ones and rallies. You son of a bitch. Chariot continues to move up. Sorry for the blurry photo. So that I think the Hydra charged the Reavers that were out in front of the Witch Elves. I just flee, go through the building, don't feel in dangerous terrain, bump out through a bunch of units. I think you probably saw them in the previous photo. Which is, again, I'm fine with, because now the Hydra is chaffing up the Witch Elves. Unfortunately, the bunker passes its net of Amantok test, but I think I managed to quite successfully shut down the magic phase this turn, because I don't think anything of note happens. Yeah. Oh, I think actually she fails her first casting attempt. I think that's what happened. She goes for sort of 2 dice, Power of Darkness, misses it, uses the sack dagger, and then misses it again. So yeah, I got quite lucky there. But even with the sack dagger, he misses the first spell. So really unlucky for my opponent, but very, very lucky for me. So in the combat, a lot more happens. So the Pegmaster comes into the flank. There's 2 wounds. I felt fairly lucky. Could have killed me, but the odds were against the Pegmaster to do that, because he is ASL and he is -1 strength. The Phoenix family tries to wake up, kills 3 from the Cold Run Knight unit. I do lose combat. I need a 4, and bam! Look at that, 2/2. I rolled 4. What a champ! So High of turn 3. Go ahead and I just turn the white lines around. Flanks protected by the building in the middle, and I'm just gonna see out this this flank and kill that chariot, and then kill the Cold Knights. Again, the Silverhelms move up a little bit. I've got protection from the Hydra now. I'm not going to charge an overrun. My opponent was trying to goad me into it, but I don't want to hit the Witch Elves. They're just going to kill my entire army. And if you look at the very top of the photograph, my Evil Noble goes into the rear of that bunker. It might be a good idea, might be a bad idea, you never know, but what else is he going to do? Yeah, so there's that. I think this is also showing that in Magic Phase I get Net of Amantok up again. Again, sorry for the blurry photo, I'll explain why at the end. And I get Far's Protection up on the Phoenix, and this is also the turn he has +1 ward save, so he has a 4+ ward save this turn, because I rolled 6 as the highest dice in the Wind's Magic, so he's -1 to hit, toughness 6, and he has a 4+ ward save. So this is the turn where he is just going to be absolute nails to kill, and I expect him to mop up in that combat now. But that doesn't happen. Yeah, so the turn I'm hardest to kill, he just puts 2 wounds on me. I think it was actually from the cold ones, which kind of sucks, needing 6s to wound, but hey, there you go. And the combat back here, the Eagle Noble kills a bunch. Actually, I was really impressed. He did like 7 wounds, and he doesn't even have that many attacks. He's got like 3 attacks. The Eagle has 3, and he has a stomp, and I literally did like maximum wounds. I was really impressed with the Eagle Noble on this turn. Doesn't do any wounds to me, but of course he's steadfast and holds, and he decides not to reform. 2 reasons. 1, if he turns his unit facing backwards, basically he has no magic phase, because apart from Power of Darkness, all his spells are direct damage, or magic missiles, so there's going to be nothing in his front arc for him to cast his magic at. And also, he's going to put his level 4 sorceress into base contact with my Eagle Noble, and I'm just going to kill her because she's got no ward save. So he just decides to stay facing forward, cast magic, and be steadfast, which is kind of a smart idea. This Harpy charges into the Bolt Thrower in Dark Elf turn 4. I did mention my shooting in the previous turn. Basically, I just shot everything into the Witch Elves and didn't really do anything. Doomfire Warlocks come up through the woods, lose 1 guy. And so, because I lost combat on my own turn, it makes all these units free to just fly in. So the Pegmaster flies up over the White Lions. Cold Run Knights drop in front of the White Lions. And now the shit's really hitting the fan. The Dark Elves are breaking through. The city walls of Nagaroth are feeling the weight. So my opponent goes ahead and starts his magic phase and fails a net of on top. Now the way we played it, it's not clear on the card, and I'm not sure if there's an FAQ. I need to go and check it. But basically, we played it that she takes one test for her entire magic phase. If she passed, she gets to do all the spells. If she fails, then she can't. So she fails the net, takes D6 strength 4 hits on the unit. I think it kills like one guy, but then it basically ends the magic phase. So please comment if this is wrong. If you roll for each individual spell, we weren't sure. The card's not clear. So please put a comment below if you know the answer to that question. So I got very, very lucky. Dodged another Dark Elf magic phase, which I was very happy with. And man, look at this. The Hydra's Breath weapon absolutely just makes, crispy of the White Lions. Kills like 10. It hit so many. I actually got quite lucky that it didn't kill more, because it hit like pretty much the entire. It hit like 24 guys and only killed 10. So I think I got quite lucky. I think I made a fair few saves. Cause I do get a 4+ armor save against it because it's made as a shooting attack, and I get my Lion Cloak bonus against it. So it could have gone a lot worse than it did, but man, that hurts. And look at that. So I've got 2 attacks. I'm ASF. If we roll to hit, I only need to do 1 wound on 2 attacks, and I kill this damn harpy, and I can't do it. And then the harpy goes ahead and does a wound to me, and breaks me. So frustrating. And then combat back here, the Eagle Noble just goes ahead and kills like a bunch more guys. I think I kill another 5. So again, really impressive damage output from the Eagle Noble. Very, very impressive. I mean, it's only obviously it's toughness 3 guys, but bearing in mind he doesn't have his rerolls to hit. Yeah, and I'm actually quite impressed with the amount of damage he's doing. I win combat again because I take no wounds, but he's steadfast and sticks. Half turn 4, Reavers just move up to there. The Eagle, as you can see, has moved up to in the woods, facing inwards. You see the little scattered dice. I'll just put that on there to indicate which way it was facing, and you'll see why I put in there in just 1 second. Because the Silverhelms go ahead and charge into the Hydra. Now at this point, it was basically like 10 minutes before the before Warhammer World was closing, which is my local store for those that don't know. So I didn't take many pictures, so I'm going to give a brief, kind of be brief on my summaries here, because I was trying to be quick and we're trying to get wrapped up and packed away and left. So I took a charge into the flank of the Hydra. I beat the crap out of it. It had 1 wound left. I took no wounds in return, which I was very surprised about. And it used double ones to stick, and bosh, there they are. Combat down here, so I go ahead and charge into the Golden Knights. Kill the Golden Knight, put wound on the BSB, which I should have done more. I felt like I should have killed her outright, but I didn't. But she will break and die instantly. And then the White Lions. Oh, no, that doesn't happen at all. What am I talking about? Yeah, basically, I go in, I kill the Cold Knight. She's testing on something really ridiculously low, like a 4, and he makes it on the first try. Doesn't even need the reroll. Yeah, because I have charge, banner, 2 ranks, and a kill. Because I can't put a down wound on this bitch. Yeah, and she passes like -5 without reroll, which sucks. So now I'm going to chariot in the flank. And that does happen. Dark Elf turn 5, so the chariot goes into the flank of the White Lions. I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to kill the BSB this turn, and then I'm going to do some wounds to the chariot at least, and then I'm going to turn to face it and turn it into kindling. The Pegmaster goes into the flank of Silverhelms. The Doomfire Warlock goes into the flank of Silverhelms, and the Witch Elves go ahead and take that charge into the Eagle because they might as well get the points, because we know that the game's going to end soon. Eagles are great for that. That massive unit's just going to kill the Eagle and be forced to overrun in the opposite direction of my army. So effective. So yeah, so go ahead and I take a bunch of damage from impact. I think he rolls like a 6. But I kill the BSB. I think I put like a wound on the chariot, but we don't mark it. And I turn to face the end of the combat. Combat in the middle. My 1 silver helm against the Doomfire Warlock just absolutely punches him in the face. He doesn't give a shit. And then we obviously kill the Hydra. Do no wounds to the Pegmaster. I can't remember if we're in a challenge or not. I don't think we are. So we turn to face. We're just going to try and break him on combat res because no one's doing it. This is going to be a tickle fight now. No one's going to do any damage. Oh, and in the back corner, my second bolt thrower manages to kill that bitch of a harpy. And then, yeah, my evil noble continues to chop away the unit, doesn't break them. And the witch elf unit kills the eagle and runs it down into the trees. And I think this is the end of the game. I think this is the last picture I have. So really, really fun game. I always like playing against Dark Elves. It's a great challenge for the High Elves because they basically counteract all our special rules and they're just better. Again, me and my opponent both know this is not the most competitive list for Dark Elves, but hey, it's pretty cool. And now there's a few blurry photos in this battle report, basically because I was trying out the camera on my tablet. Basically, the battle reports I've done in the past, I've used my my own digital camera at first. I found it was really just poor. It took a long time to process photos, so I had to stand really still with the camera for ages. Then for Christmas a couple of years ago, I got my girlfriend a really good SLR camera, so I've been borrowing that to do my battle reports, which is really, you know, it's fine. It's an amazing camera. I can just snap photos really quick. They come out perfect pretty much every time, unless I fuck something up on the camera. But I kind of feel bad just taking a camera all the time and filling it full of Warhammer pictures. So I was using this camera on my tablet, so let me know how that turned out, guys. It's not too bad. I think the pictures are okay. They're not as crystal clear as the other ones. A lot of the pictures in this battle report are kind of poor just because I had to rush it. We were kind of strapped for time, so I was going quite quick. But the camera works fine. It works really good. And they're also like less of a file size, so it means less upload times for battle reports. So I hope you enjoyed the report, guys. It was high on victory by about 700 points when we worked it out. And we could have played on another turn to see how it went. This is only 5 turns at the end of the day. But I think I pretty much had it. His witch elves were going to reform and do nothing. I was probably going to kill his pegmaster. I was going to kill the chariot at the bottom of the table. I was probably going to maybe chew through that spearman unit with another couple of rounds of combat. So it was probably going to be a massive win. But because we ended it at turn 5, yeah, it just ended up being win by like 700 points. So I hope you enjoyed the report, guys. And the proud lands of Ulthuan are defended once more from the filth of the Dark Elves. And if you like this battle report and you want to see more, don't forget to like and comment and blah blah blah, and subscribe to my channel because it makes me feel warm and fluffy inside. So thanks, guys, and I shall see you on the next one. Oh, and this is more pictures. This is awkward. So this is high of turn 5. So I kill the chariot, reform, and this is the end of the game. So there you go. Yeah, that's how it ended, guys. See you on the next one.